All right, welcome to Weekend Sports Betting Tips on the Barroom Network. My name is John Santucci. Call me Tooch. Got my crew here with me. Anthony from PoundedSports.com. Sean Hicks from Winning Free Picks. All right, fellas. Got 4 games in the NFL, 4 games in college. Let's see. Any thoughts from last week, Sean?
Any thoughts? Texas might be for real, I guess. I take Texas seriously. And I'm still not 100% on Colorado yet. And the Bears still stink. So what else show with that?
Bears overs are still cashing, though, just like last season. Anthony, thoughts from last week?
We might see a downward spiral for the Chargers, as I really think the Titans take care of business this week. Joe Burrows and that offensive line might have a lot of problems this year. And I think we got the same old Bears. I think Sean's right. They suck.
They're at Sean's Buccaneers on the weekend. We'll get to that game a little bit later.
I'm not sold on the Buccaneers, though. I'm not
told you about the Buccaneers in August, baby.
Minnesota lost that game rather than...
Here we go. Here's Tooch making excuses. Folks, this is the same guy who didn't know his name 2 weeks ago when we did the show. He forgot who he was. All right. And he's telling you the Bears are real. The Vikings are real.
All right. Barroom Network, give us your questions. Question in the chat rooms. All right.
Did you tweet it out? Did you tweet out the link?
I think so. Let me see.
I don't think you did. You did it. I just looked at
17-7 for Army and UTSA, in case people are wondering at home. Watching the game on FS Sports 1. Let's see. Yep, it is rolling on my Twitter live.
Okay.
So actually, it's called X now. I can't get used to that, man. Calling it X.
It's still Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Yeah,
it's Twitter.
Still
they're the Washington Redskins. They're the San Diego Chargers. It's Twitter.
Yep.
Cleveland Indians.
Cleveland Indians.
All right, we got number 14 LSU heading to Mississippi State. Bulldogs catching 9.5. The Tigers got a total here of 53.5. LSU, pretty good offense, Sean. Can they cover 9.5 at Mississippi? I mean, the coach of Mississippi passed away last season. They've got a new coach. Actually, second year for LSU's coach after Orgeron left 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
It's Brian Kelly. So
I got to say with this one here, we saw LSU against Florida State get run out of the building late. But my initial reaction here is I'm going to lay with LSU. I mean, 9.5, 10 on the road in the SEC. I mean, that's good to tell you about the Mississippi State program. I mean, how it's, listen, big guy passed away. They bring a coordinator up, but it hasn't really evolved into anything. And is LSU good? Like they were a top 5 team? Are they a top 5 team? I don't know if they're a top 5 team. The bookmakers think they're pretty good. I mean, you're laying 10 on the road. This isn't like Vanderbilt or some bottom feeder. It's not like are they that bad? Mississippi State. I don't think the Bulldogs are that bad, but the number tells me to take LSU here. So that's what I do. Again, I don't have my money on it. I got a free pick on it today. I like it just based on the line. Tells me to take LSU here.
Will Rogers, the quarterback for Mississippi State 2-0. They beat Southeast Louisiana 48-7. Then they beat Arizona in overtime 31-24 in a really close game. Kind of like
I think they needed 5 turnovers in that game
to get that one, huh?
I think they had 4 or 5 turnovers. They
kind of like I'm leaning towards the over in this game. It's hit both Mississippi State's first 2 weeks 54.5. Right now, Bulldogs combined for 55 points in both games they played. They're close to hitting the over, not getting blown out in this game. LSU should have their way. Anthony, what are you thinking here? You like a laying 9.5? It's in Mississippi State.
I think this is going to be a huge statement game for LSU. I think they come out and they just blow them out. I don't think Mississippi State could even compete with them. I mean, home dog, it's a perfect scenario. Hard environment to win, but you know what? LSU, they have a lot to prove still.
Yep.
I think this is the perfect situation for them to just open up the floodgates and just win this. I'm expecting 40-something to somewhere in the 20s. I think it's a blowout. And the over.
LSU's had trouble stopping the run. Mississippi State, pretty good run game. If they get the run game going, Will Rogers should be able to throw. LSU, good defense, though, too. For me, I don't have a play on this game. I would lean towards the over, though, in this game. Just for 54.5 on the over. 53.5, sorry. All right. Any other thoughts? Mississippi State, LSU.
I really like the over in this one. I really like LSU in this one.
All right.
I'm back. I was frozen.
Moving on to Minnesota at North Carolina. The Gophers had a close call versus Nebraska in the opening week. North Carolina barely got by Appalachian State last week. Drake May did not look good in that game. 7 points, man. This game has been around. It's been 7.5, 7, and 6.5, going back and forth a little bit here. If it's 7.5, kind of like the Gophers. I like their defense, but the thing that worries me is that Minnesota's offense has not gotten going. They're missing the run game with Muhammad Ibrahim, who left for the NFL. But the Minnesota defense has been holding teams to the under 10 points quite a bit. Can they stop the North Carolina offense, Sean?
I'd have to lean under here just based on what you said, Tooch. The defense is going to be good. Drake May, crazy game versus App State. Like, are they going to stop scheduling them? Like, that's just Appalachian State goes in there. They think that's whatever. Good for Appalachian State. Again, give me the under here.
Yep.
Just based on, I know Minnesota's not going to put up a 30 spot. So if they come with their defense, what's it going to be? 27-10. I want to take the dog. Like, I think Minnesota is a spot. Could they upset? Yeah. I mean, this game could be 17-14. They score late, 21-17. Lower scoring, though, for me. I put my money on it would be the under.
Anthony, Drake May, no passing touchdowns last week versus Appalachian State. Minnesota's quarterback, Callie Manis, looked decent towards the end of last year in a few games that he covered when, I forget what's the name, that guy that was there forever. Was it Tanner Morgan? Tanner Morgan.
Close enough.
Who was there for like 5-6 years. Callie Manis, highly touted, has a strong arm, but I'm with Sean on the under. I don't think it gets at 51. What do you think?
I disagree. I'm going to take the over 51 on this one. I'm not sold on this Tar Heels defense. Appalachian State had no problem scoring off them. I mean, Minnesota doesn't have the greatest offense, but a weak North Carolina defense. I mean, what have we seen so far? Nothing really promising out of that defense. They were atrocious last year. I mean, they're slightly better this year. I'm going to lean the over here. I think Minnesota keeps this game close, and I'm going to lean +7 and the over. I think everybody's going to be on that. I think this is the situation. This is the perfect, whatever you want to call it. Oh, Tar Heels only by 7? Oh, yeah, that's easy. Minnesota sucks.
Yeah, everybody's on the Tar Heels, I guarantee you.
I'm going to lean Minnesota, but I'm going to take the over on this one. I think this is I'm just not sold on the Tar Heels defense. Not at all.
It's a hold your nose. If you get a 7.5, I would definitely hold my nose and take Minnesota. But
I'd still take the 7.5. I mean, I'm not going to bet it, but I would lean Minnesota.
Yeah,
but
I mean, if
I
you
like
think they're
the
going
over. Until the Tar Heels show me some promise on the other end of the ball, because we know their offense can score, but can they play defense? And they didn't play defense last week versus Appalachian State. So
I mean, you think? For me, Minnesota have to put up 20 to 24, 27.
I believe they can put 20-some points on the board for sure, 100%. It's not a promising defense.
No, I know. North Carolina defense supposed to be better, wasn't better.
Until I see something promising out of them, you're going to give me 51 on a North Carolina over-under? I'm going to take a shot at the over.
North Carolina, week 1, I forgot who they played, Sean. It was
they had a cupcake and then they played Notre Dame, didn't they?
Right.
No, NC State played Notre Dame.
Right, NC State played Notre Dame. And then
South Carolina. They played South Carolina week 1.
Okay, right, yep.
It was like 38-17 or something like that.
Yeah, they beat them pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was some good defense there. They played good. It was in South Carolina. And then you go last week versus Appalachian State, and they give up, 30, 40 points?
That's crazy.
So, I mean, somebody found out something. So we'll see with Minnesota. Maybe there's some turnovers, but 51's a low number. They're expecting a low-scoring game. I'm going to take a shot at the over.
I don't hate it.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Got Washington at Michigan State. This is a game I'll be on. I love Washington in this game. I know. Marcus Penix, the passing game, the great coach of Washington Huskies, and the weak Michigan State secondary.
It's terrible. 2 interceptions last year for this secondary.
Horrible.
Penix already on the Heisman march, 8 touchdowns out of the gate. Back to the Big Ten. You don't think he wants to put up 5 touchdowns versus his team? And the Tucker thing, that could be addition by subtraction. I'm not a Mel Tucker fan. And reading, I saw like the post of this. I mean, this is just ridiculous, by the way. Like suspending. Did you read? I mean, not to get into that kind of nonsense. Are you kidding me? What this person said? Stop. Please stop. Get him his job back. You paid him. You paid him $120 million. You're on the hook. Don't try to get this woman to get him out of there. You're still paying. Not that I'm saying that's what it's about, but I'm just not that I love him. I don't think it matters here. The secondary is bad. Penix coming back to the Big Ten wants to say, hey, if I was healthy, this is what I would have did to you. And I did it to you when I was at Indiana. He put up numbers when he was in there.
Oh, yeah.
So
he's got receivers now, though, man.
I'll lay to 16, 17, 18. I mean, I'd go up to 20. I think they win by 20. He's going to throw 4 or 5 touchdowns. They're putting up 40 points. Is Michigan State getting 24?
That's the only thing I'm worried about in this game is Michigan State's offense. I mean, they might surprise us because Washington did not have a good defense last year. No. I mean, I don't know what improvements they made this year, but in Michigan State, we might see some offense out of that offense. And that's the only thing that concerns me. I'm all over Washington like the next person, but that's the only thing that concerns me.
I mean, you see a 56 total, though, and it's kind of like – because I think Washington's good for about a 40 spot.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. 30, 40 something, yeah.
So this tells you it's going to be like 40 to 17, something along those lines.
But is Washington's defense that good?
I don't think it's that. That's what
I'm saying.
So here's Michigan State's defense good? Like, why is this 56?
Somebody's not scoring.
Yeah.
I don't think Penix is getting shut down.
No, I don't think anybody can stop him in college football.
Michigan State beat Central Michigan 31-7 week 1. But
I think Central Michigan lost to somebody else the week before that. Like, who they lose to Hartford or something? I mean,
see, this is what I hate about.
I don't have it in front of me. See who Central Michigan lost to.
I hate comparing like these last weeks and the week 1 because they're like MAC teams.
Yeah,
they're FCS teams. It's so hard to judge. I mean, it's a Big Ten team versus a Pac-12 team in a Big Ten stadium. By far, the Pac-12 quarterback is. I mean, they got weapons up the wazoo, but are we going to see a Michigan State type game where they're going to run the ball, pass, or are we going to see a West Coast style offense like Washington?
Michigan State played FCS Richmond week 1. They won 45-14. Central Michigan. 31-17.
It's like a practice game. It's like a practice game.
Central Michigan barely got by New Hampshire's also. Yeah. I didn't even know New Hampshire had a football team, to be honest.
Yeah, I knew it was some barely. I mean,
45-42. They just barely beat New Hampshire.
So, but you give it. I mean, I might come in on the over 56 here because if I'm getting 40 from, I think I'm putting up a 40 spot, and
I would lean the over. Because I'm not sold on Washington's defense yet.
I like Washington's defense. I think they're decent, but
who have they played, Tooch? Who have they played?
Tulsa. They won 43-10. They played Boise State. They won 56-19.
I know.
They held Boise State to 19. And
Boise's nothing to brag about.
They don't have.
I think Boise just won 16-13 at home. Didn't they beat Central Florida 16-13?
Central Florida won. I had -3. And they won.
They lost
by
16-18.
Oh, 1860. I knew it was some ridiculous under.
Yeah. I think this is the over here, man, guys. I think this is the over.
Could be an overplay.
Because we know Washington's going to score.
Yeah.
And Washington's defense is, it's a Pac-12 team versus a Big Ten team. Michigan State's going to score in their own stadium for sure. They're not going to get embarrassed. They're not going to have a Pac-12 team come home into Michigan and embarrass them. they're going to keep this game, try to keep it close. Try. I'm not saying they're going to, but they're going to put points on the board.
I mean, without the scandal, sexual assault scandal for Mel Tucker, I would say, give me the 16.5 at home. This game opened at what
12.
What opened, Sean? Yeah, 14.5, and now it's 16.5. So it says open at 17. It came out a half point.
No, it didn't. I have it on Winning Free Picks. I've watched it to -12.
Covers is not correct, man. Covers is not right.
Covers is really bad. The numbers, whatever they put up there. I
don't even go on covers anymore.
It's
so bad.
If you're going to look at that, you got to go to line movement on the inside where they have a bunch of books. Then you can see the numbers, and they'll be a little different, like a 12 to a 14, but it's not going to be totally off. Like you'll get what 47? It was open at 59 or something. Like those are I don't know what they did. They screwed. I don't know what they did.
I don't know what they're doing in there, man. They really ruined that website in so many ways.
Yeah, open 11.5.
Yep.
So, yeah, 11.5, 12 on DraftKings, 11.5 on FanDuel. I like the Huskies, man. Penix is going to destroy the secondary of Michigan State.
I agree. I think it's going to be. I mean, we all agree, high scoring game.
Can they keep it within 16.5? I don't know.
That's Michigan the question. State. I don't know. Probably not.
With the scandal, I would say no. Without the scandal, I'd say maybe they keep it.
No, either way.
Yep.
Hey, Jordan. Welcome to the chat.
All right. We got I love Jordan. That's my buddy. Yeah, he talk about a guy that knows college football. All right, Tennessee, Florida. This is going to be a big game. So Tennessee hasn't won in Gainesville in 20 years. Billy Napier, 15-3-1 against the spread as a dog, 4-3 versus a top 25 opponent as a dog. Joe Milton takes over for Hendon Hooker in Tennessee. I'm not impressed. Graham Mertz has looked okay for Florida. Let's go, Sean. What are you thinking? Florida outright here. Give me Florida and the point. I mean,
I love it too.
It was 6. It was started at like around 7. It's down to like 5 in some spots. I like the under as well. I got 58.5. It's at 56. Florida's going to run the ball with their running backs. Mertz runs it a little bit. Milton's been running more than he's throwing.
Yeah.
This isn't Hooker airing it out. They kind of. I'll give them a pass on the close Austin Peay game, right? You kind of play down. You got Florida on deck, a team. I think they beat them last year for the first time. They were like 2-16 versus them. So it's always it's a team they're kind of gearing up for. They're not worried about Austin Peay. So that game, I'll put a whatever to. They did beat Virginia, who I think's garbage, but then I saw Virginia jump up 7-0 on Maryland. So I don't know about that. I'm not a Tennessee believer. I'm definitely not a Joe Milton believer. The guy's been beat out by somebody in every school he's gone to.
J.J. McCarthy, the next Bears quarterback, Michigan.
Oh, we'll talk about that scrub franchise in a second, Jordan. Don't you worry about that. Florida outright. That's it. I mean,
I agree.
It's 6.5. This line came out. I think I said on like my little midday show, I'm like, how people are gonna be like, oh, Tennessee by a touchdown, easy, like because they're ranked and you just got to win by a touchdown.
Yeah, but they're thinking of Tennessee from last year.
Very hard to win in Gainesville, no matter how bad.
I'll take Florida. Is, and people, what do they remember? Them against Utah scoring 9 points, looking like absolute trash.
Yeah,
good luck going up there and playing tough games.
Playing in Utah, that's one of the toughest places to play the
country. Back-to-back Pac-12 champs. Like there's some
Utah's got a great defense.
They kept up with Utah. I mean, yeah, in Utah. So I'm already locked in Florida plus 6.5. The line's moved to 5.5, and I'm agree. I think Florida outright. It's going to come down to basically probably one of those games where it's last possession. Whoever has ball probably wins it.
So score stuck at 17-7. Army and San Antonio, Virginia, 14-13 over Maryland. Looks like Maryland might be kicking an extra point here. 8-0 Air Force over Utah State in the first.
There you go. They went really 8-0 Air Force. Really, I'm getting 9.5 there. 9 points. They go 8 because that's what it closed at. They went for 2.
They went for 2. Yeah,
unbelievable.
They're a 2-point conversion team. That's what
I know. I'm just saying. Here we go. Out of the gate, that's what I need. Out of the gate when I got a dog. Come on.
Maybe they don't have a kicker.
I don't think Service Academy has like kickers. I mean, I don't know who they just. Anybody could come like kick it like a soccer ball, I guess, on a kickoff. But All right,
Line
we're
up
on
for
Florida.
PATs.
All of us on Florida.
Yeah.
And let's move on to some NFL action.
Let's.
Love the NFL. We're going to take a look at the first game. Raiders traveling to the Bills. So Raiders had a nice win this past weekend, or last weekend. The Bills were losers versus the Jets. The game where Aaron Rodgers suffered a season-ending, maybe possibly career-ending injury. Raiders getting 8.5 in Buffalo, Anthony. I know you like the Raiders. This one, man.
Love the Raiders.
I do
Love
too.
The Raiders.
I like Josh McDaniels and company. I'm just worried that this is one of those games where Buffalo freaking, just can't be stopped on offense.
I'll take my chances.
And
When's the last time you saw that?
It's been a while. So Anthony and I were talking about this yesterday. We're talking about Josh Allen without Brian Daboll.
I've said that all last year. I said people do not understand. I mean, if you saw Daniel Jones last year, whenever they were like, "Wow, look at Daniel Jones, so much better," and you saw Josh Allen regress. Wow, I wonder what the difference is between the two.
The Giants they got so lucky in so many ways. They pulled games so far.
Winning games is one thing. His play improved though, and that's the thing. He wasn't doing the stupid stuff that you see Josh Allen doing now or beforehand. Yeah. That's the difference. You're going to get lucky, win games. They shouldn't have won this, shouldn't have won that. I mean, that's all fine and dandy. But if your quarterback's not fumbling it out, acting a fool, and trying to play hero ball, and hey, it's 1-on-5 fast break kind of stuff, I'm going to force things in there. Give me some Garoppolo, baby, a little Jimmy G up there.
Garoppolo's look good when he's healthy.
I'm a Jimmy G guy, you know that. It's always Garoppolo.
I love the guy.
I like betting on Garoppolo.
There's nothing not to like about the guy.
The guy wins when he plays.
All he does is win games. Tell me why you don't like the guy.
I did have Denver week 1. I was expecting freaking Sean Payton to open up the game with a onside kick to go down 7-0.
That was as bad as our Bears pick.
You were up 16-10 in the fourth quarter, though. Come on, I should have been covering. I should have won by 3. I should have covered the 3 there. What is that about? You're up 16-10 at home.
Sean. It's Broncos country.
Yeah, let's ride off a cliff. We're going right into the Grand Canyon.
When Garoppolo's healthy and he's playing in the system that plays to his strengths, like Josh McDaniels does,
I hope the Raiders win division.
You have to remember that.
I got the Raiders under 5 wins. I got Denver to win the division.
And you're dissing me because I like the Bears. That's worse.
I mean, it's not worse because I'm not going to take Kansas City and the Charger. I don't think the Charger coach. The Chargers coach is like an anchor around your neck, and you're trying to get out of the ocean. Kansas City, I'm not going to bet on.
That's why Chargers are going to go 0-2 after week 2. Yeah, they're going to be 0-2 to start the season. Tennessee's going to win this week.
Oh yeah, well I like Tennessee. I like Tennessee in the under. I mean that line. Same with we're talking about the. We got the Patriot game. No, not the Patriot. I think the Pats and the unders to play tonight. Like you see. The Chargers and Miami put up 60 points, and it's Tua, and it's look at this Herbert touchdowns, Eckler, Tennessee 22-17 or 22-16, and New England 23-20 win. I know that hurts you, Tooch. I know you're all about the Charger Miami money line game of your life whale goat play.
Air Force just scored another touchdown. That's why.
Did they really?
They must have had a
15-0.
Turnover. A turnover because they were on the Utah State.
I'm not worried. Utah State
right away.
They could throw. I'm not worried about that. They played a wild one last year. It's early. I don't sweat it.
Yep. So here's the thing with Raiders.
Raiders is my favorite play of the week. Play of the week.
They still got Josh Daniels and Devontae Adams there. Jacoby Myers, I don't know if he'll play, but yeah, Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams and there. So you got a chance with those guys. Give me 8.5. I'll take my chance.
Tooch has the best play for the Bills all season. What's the best play for the Bills every week this season?
Josh Allen over 1/2.
There you go.
Every week. I'm playing it every week.
I'll
come out
over touchdown.
Over one interception a week.
Oh, I like it. Yes.
I'll come out ahead at the end of the year if I bet it every week. I'll bet you I'll come out ahead.
It was minus 130 last week, and he had 3 of them.
I know.
He was minus 130 to throw a pick.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Versus that defense
Yeah.
in New York, I mean, it was a good call by Tooch.
I played Kirk Cousins too, another guy that'll throw a pick.
Yeah.
But he didn't throw one last week, but the week before.
Again, here's a guy. Oh, Kirk Cousins, prime time terrible. 4 touchdowns, 330 yards. They lose.
They lose.
You like that?
It's all his
You
fault.
like that?
You
He's
like
a
that?
great fantasy
like
football quarterback. 45 points.
Oh my gosh, Army's kicker is like freaking Jake Elliott over here. 20-7 now, Army. Unbelievable. It was like a 40-some yarder. That's like 60 yards for the academy.
Unbelievable.
Are you kidding me right now?
All right. So we're looking. Everybody.
I don't even want to talk about it. I mean, I'm a bad
45
UTSA.
yarder.
Forget it. It's over. Don't talk about it.
45 yarder.
It's Saturday. Let's go. It's Saturday action. Don't even worry about tonight's game.
Saturday.
Get ready for bed. Don't even worry about it. Go to sleep.
Everybody's on Raiders 8.5. So let's head to Seahawks Lions.
Here we go.
Lions giving up 4.5 at home. Over under 47.5. Right away, I like the over in this game, and I've already bet team total over 26.5 for the Lions because I'm a winner there at 27 or 28 and up. I like the number, and last year the team that scored the most points at home was the Lions in offense.
Didn't these two teams play each other last year, and it was like a shootout? It was like 30-something.
Seattle beat them.
Yeah, it was like 33-30, I think.
It was like it was a crazy game, if I'm correct.
So,
yep.
Let's see.
Seattle beat them.
Seattle, what was the score?
I was like 45 something.
There you go. Give me the over in this game and the Lions team total over 26.5. Sean, what do you think? Seahawks, Lions, Seahawks, both their tackles out.
That's it. Now, are they? I know it ticked down to like a 5.5 now, right? Because it went up to 6. It was 3 on an opener, and then it bounced up on the news of them being out. So I'm assuming both of those guys are out.
Yeah, it's 4.5 now.
Yeah, I mean, it's Detroit for me. You got extra rest, and I said on the Little Look at Line show, it's at 3. It's going to go up regardless of what happened with Seattle because people start talking, wow, we beat Kansas City, we're good. And it'll be how they didn't even play good and they still won. And it offsets Kelsey because we played like trash anyway. Yeah, give me the Lions here. Seattle on the road. And I do like Seattle a little bit, but this is
under 47.5. What are you thinking? Over?
Over. Yeah.
I love the over in this game too.
I love the Seahawks.
Actually,
you like Seahawks?
What is it, 47.5?
4.5.
47.5 total. I got to say, I might actually like the under here. Because I think they're begging you to see like a 50 spot. Like, why isn't this a 50? They scored 70 last year. I don't know. I kind of like the under here. Maybe Seattle can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Your offensive line is gone. You can't run the ball, and they get pressure, and all of a sudden this game is
47.5.
27-13 or something. Yeah, I'd lean under there. It looks a little light for me on that. But I do like the Lions.
Take the Seahawks.
Seahawks plus 4.5. I like the Lions. They're at home. Though the thing is that Lions played a lot of close games last year. Is this a different Lions team this year? I don't know, man. I think the Lions got a chance to win this division. But, they'll have to the Packers.
Well, the Bears are not going to win it. The Vikings are not
Bears
and
Vikings look beatable.
So it comes down to the Lions and Packers.
Yeah. I think it's down to the Lions and Packers in this one. Give me Jared Goff and the Lions in this one minus 4.5. I don't like it, but I think the Lions have some good weapons on offense. I'm not sold on Geno Smith. So, all right, we got someone got injured today. Anthony said Travis Kelce might not play.
I don't know. Is that true? He looked like he was doing a little dance when he pulled that little fake stunt. He might be playing.
Yeah, he was just dancing.
You got the Chiefs
it's
at
funny.
the Jaguars.
It's funny because one person posts the video and they don't show him doing the little dance.
Yeah,
they just show him holding him up. And then it's like you see someone else and you see the longer video and it's him actually doing like a little dance. It's like faking the injury. Like, oh, faked you guys out.
Okay.
So back to the Lions. Lions next week are playing the Falcons at home. So Lions have the Falcons next week. I like the Lions here at 4.5.
versus the Falcons.
I like it.
Looking
Nice.
ahead.
Yeah. On the road, Ritter on the road. I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying the Falcons on the road. Maybe the line bumps up a little bit.
Absolutely not.
You like the Falcons?
No Falcons on the road for me. Now with Desmond Ritter. The dude can't throw the ball because I've depended on it. You think Justin Fields is bad. Ritter is a little bit worse.
And this number was 6, and I saw a 4.5 on the open. I'll grab the 4.5 because it'll probably get bet up.
I'll take
After the Falcons play the Packers, it's gonna be.
Falcons. I like the Falcons this week.
Falcons at home versus the Packers. Not sold.
Packers
on the Packers
look way too easy. Looks way too easy for the Packers.
Well, it flipped from them being a point fave to a dog now.
Yeah.
So going back to Seahawks and Lions. Lions defense is pretty good, man. Pass rush is good.
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson over there on the left end spot.
He's going to give Geno some problems.
That's why I think
the tackles.
That's why I think the under might be a play. I don't know if Seattle could do enough.
I don't know if Seattle's going to score as much as I like, but I like the Lions.
Lions in the under.
All right, let's go. Chiefs, Jaguars. Chiefs are laying 3.5 on the road versus the Jaguars. Sold on the Jaguars yet? Usually they start slow every year.
No.
Total 51.
Jaguars they're just too sloppy. They're gonna do another. They were sloppy last week versus the Colts. They should never have even beat the Colts. I mean, it was Anthony Richardson just being Anthony Richardson. Inexperience gave the game away. Throwing interception in a key part of the game in the fourth quarter. Up 4 points?
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs are just so disciplined. They are not sloppy. They are so even. I mean, 1, 2, 3, black and white. They know what they're doing. They don't make too many mistakes. Jaguars made too many mistakes last week, and you're going to see the inexperience again this week, just like the Vikings. Too many mistakes, you can't win the game.
I get extra time with
Chris Jones. Maybe Travis Kelce.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Jones is back, which is big. Kelce, I can give or take if he comes. Obviously, you want him in there. I get extra time with Andy Reid off a bad game.
Yeah,
their game plan now for a full, maybe no Kelce. Mahomes is probably in these cats' ears like, just hold on to the ball here. What are we doing to me here? I'll have him. He'll take over. He'll run more, right? And no Kelce, look for an over prop on his rushing, right? He'll do whatever he's got to do to get done there. I don't think I see Kansas City starting 0-2, losing to a team that people think is the breakout team this year, and then you got a head-to-head loss against a team who's going to be taking their home field advantage? No. I have faith in Andy Reid to take care of business here. Give me Andy Reid in Kansas City.
Yeah, and line movement suggests Kansas City is 3. Now it's 3.5.
It was 2.5, so it's all the way up now.
Yeah, is it public money or sharp money?
Kansas City probably more. Listen, the public is not betting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. No. They're not doing it. I mean,
right.
And if it is, it's such a small percent. And
great point.
Honestly, they have bankroll. Obviously, most everyday public people don't have bankroll to bet days out of the window. That's just the way it is. So, the news is probably Kelce's playing, which probably pushed it up. Makes sense to me.
Chris Jones
that
coming back, that pushed it up.
Jones probably a half point. Kelce looks like he's playing. 2.5 to 3.5 makes sense.
Yep.
UTSA just got a Hail Mary touchdown the end of the half.
For fuck's sake.
What's the score?
Well, it's under review, but 24-13. 20 to should be 20 to 14.
Unless it's a defensive standoff in the second quarter, I think we're done. But
there goes the under.
There goes the under. Damn it. All right. Anthony, Chiefs for you, -3.5?
Chiefs.
I'm on the Chiefs, too. I like the Chiefs. I'm not sold on the Jaguars yet. They seem like a late-season team for me. All right. Moving on to wouldn't be Bears Barroom without a little Bears Buccaneers. We know who Sean's on. He hates the Bears.
How do we take the Bears? Last week I'm in here and you guys are like, oh, it's Justin Fields. The dude is 0-10. He's a favorite. And now he's 0-11, and he was a favorite. I think I said in the show last week.
Yeah.
He is 0-11, and they're favored over Green Bay. They're favored over Tampa Bay on the road. And I said, take the +1.5, and now you got Tampa Bay -3.
Yep.
0-11 on the road. 4 games passing under 100 yards, 0 300-yard games passing for this guy. 0-11, 11-game losing streak. But yeah, he's the answer. Baker, baby, MVP Baker today. And do we forget that Tampa Bay actually has a defense? Even last year, as bad as that team was,
They don't have a defense.
You're out of your mind. They have a defense.
They
run
do not have
defense
a.
is good.
They got a defensive line. They have their secondary is trash.
Okay, all right.
It's
We'll
trash.
see again. We want to go Tampa Bay again 3 times. I got you in preseason. I got you last week, and we got him again here.
I'll take the Bears this week.
The Bears.
Come on,
what do you see in the
I'm
Bears?
on the over in this one.
I like the over more, but I'll take the Bears.
I like the 41 over because I think Tampa Bay's
Love the over.
34.
Over 41.
Well, it all depends on the weather.
I do see rain on
Great
Sunday.
point, Anthony,
Thunderstorms.
the hurricane.
You got a
might be
lot
strong.
of weather coming in from the Atlantic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely not the Pacific.
All right. We got Bears. I like the over as long as the weather holds. If the under, if there's no, obviously.
I'm not touching the under. I don't care unless it's a monsoon. I wouldn't touch the under.
Yeah, 41 is still low for a
Yeah.
Bears game recently. All right, we could give away some free plays. Let's talk about the dog of the day first of all. 3 of us are going to give out Florida plus 5.5. We're 1-1. Last week we had a winner with Cal plus 7 at home versus Auburn.
Should have won outright.
Should have won outright. Season records. Sean and I are 2-2. Anthony 1-3. But as a collectively we're 5-7. So hopefully coming up this year, let me.
My free plays are terrible.
What was my free play last week? I forgot. Who did I have? Texas Tech again? Who did I roll in?
Texas Tech.
Texas
Yeah,
Tech plus
Texas
6.
Tech. You lost by the fumble to end the game.
Right.
Fumble.
Should have been a winner. Yep.
Come on.
Texas Tech plus 6 versus Oregon.
That made me sick. That made me. Don't remind me about last week.
Sean had UCF -3 versus Boise State. They won by 2.
Tooch had that. That was Tooch.
I had that.
Oh, that was Anthony Tooch. I'm
Anthony,
sorry. Yeah, Anthony had that one.
Yeah.
Anthony went UCF.
That was my weekend. That was my weekend in a nutshell. -3, but they went by 2.
Things just didn't go for a lot of games last
I had
week.
Baylor.
5 and 6.
Texas Tech. The Colts not punching it in from the 1 yard. I mean,
It's the Colts.
Sports betting, folks. That's baseball, Susan. You know, what are we going to do?
Stanford team total over 19.5 versus USC. USC defense plus a little bit better at home than on the road. So on the road, take the other team to cover the team total. This week, let's give away some free plays. You know his free play. We got the Raiders plus 8.5 for Bills. I like that. I'll probably be on that myself.
My favorite play of the weekend. I got to get back in the win column on these free plays.
Yep. Sean has Buffalo Bulls.
That's it.
Plus 3.5 versus the Flames.
That's it. Liberty. Dogs in Liberty games. 14-4 against the spread. And yeah, Buffalo they were at a 21-3 lead over Fordham and lost 40-37 last week.
I didn't know Fordham had a football team.
And yes, they do. And they put up 40 points last week on Buffalo, overcoming a 21-3
That's
deficit.
bad defense.
Buffalo, baby, outright
Buffalo
winner.
Bulls plus 3.5.
Blowing out the flame. They're going to stampede at those Bulls. Step on that flame.
It wouldn't surprise me a bit. That's a sad
Yeah,
play.
Sean has also, he wanted to give out this one. I had it also. Penn State minus 14.5 at Illinois. I mean, last year, Illinois beat them in Happy Valley. It's a revenge game for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, this is going to get ugly. 30-6.
Yeah, Nittany Lions are top 5 in all 3 defensive line, linebackers, and defensive secondary.
This ain't basketball, folks.
Yeah, a great defense.
Penn State still beat Illinois in basketball.
I got to ask you.
They just hit those threes. It's like, oh my
Penn
God,
State,
will you stop?
last season, Penn State in basketball was throwing up threes. I was like, unbelievable. I was like,
Illinois.
I hated that.
Bad
Penn State
pizza,
team.
bad football. Great combination there.
Penn State. Sean, chance for the Nittany Lions to win the Big Ten.
No, Michigan.
Anthony.
I mean, Ohio. I don't like Ohio State. Michigan. I think Michigan's the real deal.
We haven't seen anything out of Michigan this season yet.
I
I think
I
they're
said
really
the
just
same.
playing them.
Same with Texas, though. Same
Yeah.
kind of thing. I think that they have Penn State at home too. They have Penn State at home. They have Ohio State at home in back-to-back weeks or something. So until you knock off the champ, you know,
It's between Penn State and Michigan. Yeah, I mean that's what I don't think Ohio State has a chance.
No,
I have not sold on Ohio State. 21-0 Air Force. About to be 22-0 after the first quarter.
State. Come on, man.
Come on,
All
Utah
right.
State has a good defense. Let's just come on. It's a wild.
This is bad. It's as bad as this under game.
Yeah.
That'd be 3 straight losers for me in college football right now. Oh yeah.
Me too.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Let's see. We'll be back next weekend. You can sign up for VIP with Anthony and Tooch and maybe Sean in the future. PoundSports.com if he decides to join up with the team, join the team, throw a hat in the ring, get some clients. All right. I want to thank you guys for coming on. We'll see you next week. Best of luck to everybody. All right.
Later, guys. Good seeing you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire.